set in the back. Joined by Tennessee athletes. Questions for the players? Start with Cora, then Maria.
Sarah, I'm going to ask you about your teammate next to you. Jewel's just on a tear right now today. She led the team in pretty much every statistical category. What has stood out to you about Jewel the last 2 games and just the way she's impacting the game all over the court?
She's very confident. That's what stands out the most, and so that feeds off to us. It definitely feeds off to me because I see her doing her thing, and I want to be able to give that back to her as well. And she's just playing really hard, diving on the floor for loose balls. And those are categories that necessarily aren't on the stat sheet, but she is getting those too. Just really proud of her effort, really proud of her leadership, how she's just constantly talking on the court, making us all feel like we're connected in offensive and defensive end, and she's done a really great job.
Thanks. Yeah.
Jewel, I'll flip it around and ask you to talk about Sara. She came out and hit that 3 early, and now that just suddenly opens things up for everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. She came out with a lot of confidence as well. I know when I'm driving and my teammates are driving, we're looking for her, and she's spotted up and she's ready to make the shot. But Sara just always hustling. She's giving us the extra effort plays, crashing the offensive boards, doing the dirty work on defense. So, yeah, I'm proud of her as well.
Sara, the first 18 of 24 points came from the 3. What was working so well in the beginning of the game from beyond the arc?
Well, I feel like it started off with, our guards being aggressive and finding those open people beyond the 3. And like we touched on, we were just confident and, we let it fly and we just kind of fed off of each other and how it was going.
Jewel, you had a career high assist tonight with 7. What's kind of letting the offense run so smoothly these past couple of games?
I think, just attacking the basket, making the easy play, making the simple play. If I'm open, being aggressive and confident, whether that's from the 3 or getting downhill, and if people help, I'm going to make the right play and, kick it to Sara. Look at TK. If our poster got them buried, I'm giving them the ball, It's a high percentage shot. So just making the easy play and my teammates making their shots as well.
Cora, then Maria.
Kind of going off that for both of you guys, I asked Robin just kind of what stands out about the way you guys are playing offensively right now, just the last few games. She said that you guys are really selfless, moving the ball well, passing up a good shot for a great one. Could you both just talk about maybe the way that you feel like the team has bought into team offensively and roles offensively, and what's led to the last 2 pretty solid offensive games?
I would say it's kind of started in practice. We've had several possessions that have translated to the game, like just pass, cut, pass, we're constantly doing that, and we get a shot towards the end of the shot clock, and it worked for us. And so we're just trusting in each other because we know the work that we're putting on outside of practice and everything. And so we just, believe in each other and playing off each other really well right now.
I would say just playing and not being robotic. Same as Sara said, when the play breaks down, just knowing where everybody's going to be and everybody wants to get their shots. If 2 people are coming at us, we're going to make the right play. So I think it's just, making a simple play and not being selfish at all.
For both players, it seems like you have lived on the road. You finally got home for 1 game, but now you go right back out there. Just how nice was it to be home, if only for a little while?
It was really nice, hearing the home crowd, getting back out here, seeing the fans and all the people that support us. It's really good to see. But we know, going on the road, our fans travel as well. And we're just going to go out there, have fun, share the ball, and compete against a really good Alabama team.
Yeah, and it's fun to just be back home to, put on a show for everybody that comes out because it's crazy to see how many people come to the game sometimes. I always dreamed of that as a little girl, so it's really cool to just be able to see that consistently.
Jewel, only 8 turnovers tonight for the team done in the first half. What allowed you to be so safe with the ball tonight?
I think just, like I keep saying, making the right play, making the easy play, not forcing anything. If something looks open and that's not open, we're not going to force it because we know it's going to come back around and we're going to get the ball, whether that's for the post or the guard. So Coach talked about it at the end of the game. At halftime we had 0 turnovers, and I think it's just us valuing the ball, and we do that in practice every day too.
Sara, you mentioned the let it fly philosophy, especially in the first half of the 3. It seemed like if you had anything, you guys shot the 3 ball. Was that the plan before the game, in prep, to just shoot the 3 ball, especially in that first half of that?
Honestly, no. We were just gonna, take what they gave us, just because we knew they packed it in, so we knew we would have the 3 more, I guess, but it was not necessarily like our first thing that we were set on to do. So I just feel like we were aggressive, and it just opened up 3 for us early.
Cora, then Casey.
I believe it was after the Ole Miss game, Kelly talked about the point of growth of valuing every possession throughout the whole game and knowing that maybe the play in the second quarter could be the play of the game. Just where do you feel like you guys have grown from there since the Ole Miss game?
I would say, loose balls. People willing to give up their bodies for loose balls, whether that's diving on the floor for loose balls, or Carol, Sarah, other people trying to take charges, even if it doesn't end up as a charge. It's just that effort, seeing each other do the things that are gonna get us wins.
And I think if there's an instance that it could possibly be a turnover, I know there was 2 specific times in the first half that we saved that turnover by like diving on the floor for the ball, or just picking up really quick before they do, of course, whatever. But I just feel like, we're really valuing it, and it's just coming off from, like Jules said, we're seeing each other do it, so we want to do it too.
Sarah Rakia hit her 2,000-point milestone tonight. How proud are you of her as a teammate?
Extremely proud. Before I came here, I looked up to her a lot. And it was just really, really cool to be able to be, sitting beside her as she hit that milestone. And I'm just really proud of her. I knew she would hit it because, she's a great player, and she puts in so much work and, gives a lot to the game. So it's giving back to her.
Jewel, I'm going to go back to when you went in the transfer portal last spring, and I don't think Tennessee was initially on your radar, but it was your dad who said, do you know who Tennessee lost to the WNBA draft? How good was Dad's advice to get you here?
It's turning out pretty good. I always, listen to advice from my parents, my dad and mom, and entering the portal, it's not an easy thing for anybody. Change isn't easy for anybody, but with the support of my family and the people around me, it just allowed the transition to be really easy. Coming in here in the summer, us going on our foreign tour, and just meeting Sarah and all these other people that I've heard about from my other teammates. It's just really cool to see and play with. It's really fun just to have each other's backs on and off the court.
Right here, and then we'll finish with Cora.
For both of you, on Rakia's 19 points, she had the 2,000 career point margin. Did she know that she only needed 19 to get 2,000 points, and then said, okay, I got 19, I'm going to call tonight?
I don't know.
I have absolutely no idea if she knew. I didn't even know that was in the air.
Me either.
I didn't know that she was like that close to it. So honestly, I cannot give you an answer.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. We didn't know, but just hearing, the announcer say it, we all, wanted to clap for her, and just, because that's big time. 2,000 points is a lot of points, and, especially when you're on the top of the scouting report every day, so that's just respect to her.
Missouri cut the lead to 3 near the end of the third quarter. I believe you had missed a 3, and then they hit a 3 in transition, and Kelly called timeout. You guys came out 11-0 run after that to end the quarter. Just what was the message, and what was the biggest adjustment you guys made after that?
They were just killing us for that little moment that we had. We turned the ball over, and we needed to come back and get the next punch, And we knew that they shouldn't have done that, and we just got a little bit of ahead of ourselves. So we just, settled down and just trusted in each other like we've been doing, and it just worked out in our favor.
Yeah, I would say, Missouri's a great team. They shoot the ball really well. We knew that coming in. So they made plays in transition. Number 4 was making really good passes, getting to the lane. But after that timeout, Coach got into us, and we locked in defensively. And just to, see them not score for 3 minutes straight just shows how good our defense could be.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.